And we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. It can certainly get loud inside this building. And just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with the Washington Redskins. Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
At their own 18-yard line.
Got it! 58 to Mike. Check, 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 check. 22, check, cover. 22, check, cover. Short.
Now Haskins on first down. Josh Doxson's got it complete. He's at the 50, 30, the 20, 10. Touchdown, Washington. Josh Doxson, 82 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. That is a quick strike, one play all the way to the house. You know, the pass was fine, but that run after the catch, impressive.
An absolute horrible time. Of course, any time like this is a horrible time for a defensive breakdown. But where's the tackler? Where were the safeties? You don't expect him to catch the ball, and next thing you know, he's running into the goalpost this early in the game. That's not supposed to happen.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's Dalvin Cook, third-year back from Florida State. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Give the tackle there to Josh Norman.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Cousins gives way to Cook. Well, he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Jump.
3rd and
61, matchbox lights. Lucky 48. Zebra. Buzz.
Cousins. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. On now to kick it away is the punter, Matt Weil. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, here's Haskins. Completes it right side to Doxson. He's at the 30, 20. Touchdown, Washington. Josh Doxson with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Redskins get the quick strike touchdown. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
On 2nd and 10, Cousins. And this one's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end there, Kyle Rudolph. And it'll bring up 3rd down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treat it as such.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing.
We play to win. Let's go.
At their own 37-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. They're going to be stopped up on this first down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Eric Kendricks, the Vikings' leading tackler a season ago, in on the stop. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Watch the safety crease.
This is Geis. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instinct. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play.
Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog.
Third down. Here's Haskins. It's brought in by Dodson. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 25 yards that time.
First down, Washington.
Here we go. Here we go. Let's go. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over.
On first down, this is Geis. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on third down.
Man, they're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all play.
From the gun, Haskins on third down. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And that will wind up just short. He had it on line. It ran out of gas at the end, and this score will stay right where it is. Now listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
On the ground, it's Cook. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes this forward for about 6. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 38-yard line.
Hey, we heavy on the edges. What's that?
And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. So add that tackle for a loss to the 2 that he had a week ago.
And you know what he's doing right now?
Smiling?
Yeah, definitely doing that. But he's also patting his guys on the back, his defensive front, because they're keeping him clean, meaning no one's getting to him as a blocker. He's able to run to the football, and the plays he's making, he's spilling them in the offensive backfield.
Mike 28. Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Hey, Ken. Hey. Mike 7. Hey, number 28. Mike, he's coming. Check in. Hey, let's get that. Here we go.
On 3rd down, Cousins. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 31-yard line.
And the Vikings first down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. That's the end of the first quarter.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. 2nd quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and this shows on the scoreboard.
On 2nd down, Cousins again. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, it's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. A first run for the backup, Abdullah. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down. First red zone chance now for the Vikings. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
28.
Cousins. And that is caught. What a grab at the 8. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards.
What a catch and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
get a
they?
little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
Being chased out left. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Movement there on the offensive line, a little quick, and a 5-yard penalty. And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time, and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming, pick them up, pick them up. And someone jumped.
Hey, no, easy.
Throwing, Cousins toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
That's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. On the carry is Cook, and he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Cousins to throw it. And it's caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Adam Thielen. His first touchdown on the year as they are now on the board here in the first half. Dan Bailey now for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
58, come on. Exit.
Second down, Haskins. It's hauled in by Doxson. A huge play there for Washington. 44 yards. What a first half this has been offensively. I mean, defensively, what do you do when you're getting torched like this?
Now, these receivers are absolutely wearing them out. So 2 thoughts come to mind. One, get some oxygen, fill up your lungs a little bit. And number two, talk to your guys up front. You need a pass rush to help slow them down.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. 2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Throwing again on second down. Haskins. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Harrison Smith on the safety blitz, able to get the sack.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Now Haskins, 3rd and long. And the pressure gets to him again. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So on 4th down, the Redskins will call on Tressway to punt it away. Back deep, Jakeem Grant. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing.
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook. An 80-yard touchdown as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Bailey got the extra point, and we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
3rd and 13.
The Redskins on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Here's Haskins to throw. He's got his man. This is Jackson. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A Redskin first down. The pickup 15 yards.
And the Redskin first down.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Haskins looking to throw on first down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still ended up with a solid game.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. The Redskins have the first down on a pickup of 18. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Haskins now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. Here's Haskins. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on first and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Second and 10. Here's Haskins again. It's hauled in by Torrey Smith. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Torrey Smith, his first touchdown on the year. And the Redskins have taken the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
From the 21, it's second and 10.
Hey, here we go.
And he'll find Thielen on the right side. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. The Vikings on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is third and 10. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And they'll indeed stop him on third down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a fourth down. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Redskins in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
It's a loss of a yard, bringing up 3rd and 12.
To throw, Cousins. And that will be incomplete. It appears they're going to come up empty on this first drive of the second half, still down by that slim margin.
Yeah, and that's okay. You know, when you sit and analyze it, they're not happy about what happened, having to go to the bench. But this gives them a chance to let their defense do some work while they on the sidelines go over what they're doing offensively and formulate a proper plan.
Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. A good starting spot for the Redskins as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing now, Haskins on 1st down. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
We want it. Okay? Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
Shotgun handoff to Thompson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Check back, check back.
Now Haskins to throw it. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Daniil Hunter, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
And that's the second sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Bringing him down there, Jonathan Allen.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up
Gun.
3rd and 3.
That's me. Black. Mike 28. Mike 28. I'm on. Mike 28. I got it. Hey, Alpha.
3rd and short yardage. Cousins. Throw left side on target to Thielen. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A first down for Minnesota. Cousins finding Thielen. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Good route here. Mike 28. Silver. Hey, number 20.
Play fake. Cousins. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. Ryan Anderson. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Check down. 4 down. Check 99.
Now Cook. Only 2 yards on the pickup there, and now they're looking at a long third down. The Redskins on third down, putting an extra man here in the secondary.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. My 28. Rhino. Slam.
Now Cousins. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. And now it's the punter Weil on as he sends this one away.
Let's go. Do it.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
Hey, man. Watch the boots.
Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Now, after the run by Geis, here's 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Like how they've started the third quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their second win coming out of the locker room. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Play action. Haskins. On the crossing route, complete. That's Richardson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A first down and then some. 36 yards. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. On first down, it's Haskins. He's got his running back, Darius Geis.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Check safety. 81.
Over the middle, complete. It's Richardson. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
He can't make it. He's not going to get me.
Geis. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Telvin Smith that time there to make the play.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. They stay on the ground. Geis again. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key third down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key third down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him. Find him. Find him.
A big one there. That gives him a little cushion and makes it a two-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now, because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now for all the work he's getting.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And that takes us from second to third down.
Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot.
And the blitz does come. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
And that last penalty makes his third down play a little more interesting. 3rd and 5. Cook following the penalty. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
A 2-yard gain. It's 4th down.
X3, 218, chopper.
28, Mike, 28. I hope you brought your lunch, because I'm about to get home.
Cousins to throw for it on 4th. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Redskins will take control of the football in great field position.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together. 66, pull it, half, undercut.
First down, here's a run with Peterson. He's got the first down here inside the 30 and down to the 29-yard line. Give the Redskins 13 there and a first down.
Watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen.
Now Haskins on first down. It's caught on the right side at Smith. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Haskins now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They run with Thompson. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. A gain of 3, second down. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. All you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake it to football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
From the gun, Haskins on third down. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. They've got a fourth down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
All day, baby, let's go. Let's go.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And on that last drive, Whitford on 4th turned it over. Good job by their deep. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Off the edge, the sack by Matt Ioannidis. Kirk Cousins last year started all 16 games, but only led the Vikes to just one fourth-quarter comeback. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Anthony Harris, and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
Gets by him, and now a little daylight. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Watch the slant. Check 43.
Back to the ground. This time it's Peterson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
So